Hey everyone, welcome back to another video of That Car Life, and today we are going to be working on the Lancer Daily. Alright, so I know what you're thinking, Jordan, you have this beautiful S15 right here. Why don't you do anything to this or take this out for a drive, whatever? Well, currently I'm in one of the LGAs in Sydney that are in a pretty strict lockdown, so I'm honestly scared to take this car out, because I think if I take this car out, like, I'm going to risk getting pulled over by cops, because like, they're going to think, why is someone taking out a car like this? Stuff like that. I'm just scared to take it out, basically, because I think I'm just going to get pulled over straight away. So I actually haven't driven this car in close to 2 months. So yeah, it's pretty depressing that this car hasn't been driven in 2 months. But look, as soon as lockdown's over, there is heaps of big plans coming for this car, so it's going to be really exciting. I'm keen for it, and yeah, I can't wait to show you guys what's coming for this car after lockdown. All right, so in the meantime, oh, there's that CarLife support, by the way, say hello. Anyway, in the meantime that we're in lockdown, I figured I'm going to start doing some work to the daily, because this thing does need a lot of TLC. You can just clearly see the body is just disgusting. I don't know if you guys remember from the review video of this car, but the roof was covered in rust everywhere. So me and that CarLife support's dad kind of went through the roof, and as you can see, literally holes in the roof right now. All the rust has been completely sanded off and taken out, and this is going to get body filler to basically fill these holes in. And then yeah, so yeah, what happened was we basically used the Dremel to grind off all the rust and grinded it all back to bare metal. And then once it was back to bare metal, put a bit of rust converter all on here to stop the rust from coming back. In the future, I'm probably going to have to re-go over some of this and re-rust convert it as well. But I'm going to leave the roof till last. If you guys look on the inside of the car, well, we're not starting that yet.
Oh, sorry.
CarLife support's getting too excited to support. It's been that long, what, 2 months since our last upload?
I think it's been longer.
Yeah, it has been longer. This is really bad, but blame the lockdown, guys. Blame the lockdown. So yeah, the main reason why I'm leaving the roof till last is because if you have a look under here, quite a bit of work's happened under here as well. So same thing underneath. I'll show you guys some photos of like the whole process and what everything looked like before. So what happened was we started grinding off the top of the roof, and then we thought it might be a good idea to take off the headliner and just see what's underneath in case it's rusted through. And I'll show you guys the photos. You guys will see it up on your screen now. It was just completely rusted through underneath, and underneath those roof rails in the middle. So what we decided to do was cut out these roof rails on one side so we can drop it down, and this way we were able to sand off the rust from underneath and rust convert it from under. And on top of that, if you have a look at these rails, I'll show you guys photos of all of this as I'm talking to, just so you can see. But yeah, even on these rails, fully grinded off all the rust, rust converted all of it. Everything up here in the front as well, that was all rusted up, and that's all been rust converted and sanded off as well. So pretty much the roof is now basically 99% rust free. There's still a few little parts that still need to be gone over, as I said before. A few bits here that are a little bit bubbly, but nothing we can't fix. But yeah, so this is all done technically, but what we're waiting on basically is we need to get these rails welded back on up here. But I actually can't do that until lockdown's over, because obviously I can't weld. I need someone to help with that. So yeah, that's why the roof is kind of being delayed at the moment, before we like do the body filler and all that stuff and fix up the holes and primer the roof, just because we're waiting on these to get welded back on before we do any of that. So yeah, that's why the roof is being delayed till when lockdown's finished, and at the moment no idea when lockdown's going to finish. So yeah, since the roof can't really be, you know, finished until lockdown's over, I figured, you know what, I may as well start the rest of the body. So I've already kind of started here. So the main plan for this is to basically sand the entire car down around the whole entire body and get it ready for paint, to do a full respray on the entire car. So if you have a look at the car right now, this is where I've kind of already started sanding it a little bit, but there's obviously a lot of scrapes here, a lot of paint fade, a little bit of rust here, completely faded on the bonnet area. Just the body is just in terrible condition. This is all faded here. As you can see, the spoiler also faded. And yeah, the whole car just needs a complete overhaul. So yeah, step one, I'm basically going to sand the entire car down, and I want to get the whole body in primer and ready for paint. And then by the time that's ready, roof should be able to get finished, and that should get filled in primer. and then the whole car should be ready for paint. I also have a lot of parts waiting to go in this car, but you know, I'm thinking I'm not going to put them on until the body looks nice, because there are a lot of like nice little aesthetic mods, you know, body mods that will go on. But I feel like there's no point putting them on now when the car looks like this with the paintwork. It's just going to look a bit out of place. But yeah, there's a lot of mods ready to go onto this car. And look, initially I wasn't really going to film this because I didn't think it would be like that good of content, but it's been 2 months without an upload and I got to put out something. So if you guys are keen to see the entire respray process of this and, you know, finishing up the roof, let me know in the comments down below and I can keep this as a regular series when I work on it. And yeah, just doing a complete body paintwork transformation on this entire car. So yeah, let me know down below if you guys are keen to see it. So currently I'm using 180 grit sandpaper to sand down the entire car at first, before I use anything a lot smoother after that. This is literally just from like a minute of sanding and it's already done this much. So let us know in the comments down below what color you think this car should be. I'm really keen on like a really nice light blue or something like that. But yeah, let me know down below in the comments if there's another color. Gray? Gray. Yeah, Nardo gray's on the list as well, but yeah, plenty of different colors we could do this thing. So yeah, let us know down below what you think the color should be. Okay, so we just started sanding down this quarter bit, and I swear I'm not really sure, I don't know too much about like bodywork and paint and all that, but like this looks a bit sus to me. Like when we sanded it down, this kind of showed, I don't know if this car's had a repair here before. Like I don't know if that's bog, it kind of looks like it. Like it sounds weird if you just metal, it just sounds different. I don't know, I may be a bit retarded, but that just looks, I know, but this just seems sus to me. Like sanded down the whole car, then all of a sudden there's this little like big white patch there. Like kind of looks like it's been repaired before, but who knows. Anyway, so we're gonna keep sanding down the rest of the car and see how we go. Hey everyone, so it's been a bit of time and I've pretty much gone through this whole side of the car. So as you can see, it looks a lot different than from when we started. I still got to do the fender and then obviously the bonnet, but yeah, this is how it's looking. So I still got to go a bit harder in the details where it looks a bit more blue. And I've also got to put some rust converter on the patches where there was rust, because it's gone back to bare metal. So for example, there was a bit of rust here in the door. I think I still got to sand a bit more there, but I'm going to rust convert that and also rust convert here where there was a bit more rust. So yeah, I'll do the rust converter later. I'm probably just going to keep on sanding down the car and yeah, we'll see how much progress we can get for today, because the sun is going down. But yeah, so far so good. But yeah, pretty much for like 1 hour of sanding, it's actually not too bad. So I'm going to keep sanding on the front and yeah. Hey everyone, so we have finished this side of the car. Obviously there's still parts that we've got to go more in depth into, but for now I just want to do like let's go over the whole car once, and then I'll probably got to go over some parts in detail where we need to. But yeah, this whole side's been done. I've got to go over a few parts in by hand where like obviously you might need to, such as like around here and around the door handle and stuff like that. So yeah, I've got to go around there by hand. But ThatCarLife support at the moment is doing the bonnet, so she's sanding all of this down here. How are you finding it so far, ThatCarLife support?
I actually think it's really like satisfying.
I mean, what's lockdown done to her, guys? Like, she's actually supporting for once.
I always support you, don't start with me. I'm giving up my assignment to help you.
Alright, so while ThatCarLife support does that over there, what I've started to do is use some rust converter on some of the parts here where there was a bit of rust, and also where it's gone down to bare metal, just to prevent it from rusting. And I'm also going to spray some primer over it just for now. It's not going to be a permanent fix, it's just to protect it until I go over the whole car and primer properly. So yeah, I've just gone over this bit here with rust converter, which I've just put over here, for example, just on this brush, and I've just been slowly going over it like that. Once that dries, I'm just going to use the primer. I'm just going to put some more over here in the door, so that rhymed. So yeah, there was a bit of rust over here, so I'm just going to put a bit of rust converter there just to make sure that doesn't rust again, and just to protect it for the meantime. So just putting a bit of rust converter. There was also some rust over here on this fender, so where there was the rust, I'm just going to apply the rust converter just like that. All right guys, so I just put some rust converter on the parts where like it was bare metal and where there was rust before. So I applied some rust converter all here around the fuel cap, and then also on the door cards, and then on the front fender there. and I'm just going to go over it with some primer quickly because it's going to be a while, probably a couple of days until the whole car is going to be in primer. So just to protect it for now, I'm just going to spray just a quick patch of primer over it. It's just going to be temporary, and yeah, just to protect it. A lot of you, like people that like know a lot about painting and sanding and all that, you're probably cringing really hard in this video because, like, I'm going to be honest, I've got no idea whatsoever what I'm doing. Like, I've only watched like YouTube videos and stuff like on how to do this, and I've got no idea. I'm just learning as I'm going. So yeah, I'm not trying to like film this and be like, oh yeah, this is the right way to do it, because like I've got no clue. So I'm just filming my experience, and yeah, we'll see how good someone who has no experience painting a car can, how good the paint job can really turn out. It's just temporary.
Is it weird that I actually like that colour for the whole car?
Go for it.
I'm so scared.
Just get the little bits, not the whole thing. No, like that.
Oh, the whole thing.
Because there's like a lot coming out. You've just got to go like that.
Wait, so should I do the whole thing?
You may as well, just for now. Like that, yeah. That's how you got to do it. Perfect.
Is that good? Can I keep going?
It's look at the runs, guys. Look at the runs.
Hey, yours isn't as great either, okay? Don't give me shit.
This is so funny. All right, guys, so I just finished quickly spraying some primer over the bare metal rusted areas. So the front fenders got the primer all over that area where the rust was all here. That's all been primered, and then this whole bit has been primered as well. Obviously it's not perfect, this has to get sanded down and redone again. This is just to protect it for maybe the next day or two, just to make sure that it doesn't rust or anything like that. But already I really like the color of that primer there, so having the car all in one nice gray primer eventually is actually going to look really good. So I'm keen for that. But we're going to finish it there today, and I'm going to continue the video tomorrow, but we're going to do the whole rest of the car and get it ready for primer. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hey everyone, so we're back, and today I want to get this side of the car ready for primer. So I've given it a bit of a wipe down after yesterday, and obviously there's a few bits in here which I still need to go a little bit harder into with sanding. So what I want to do, this part here, it's already pretty smooth, but I think I just want to keep going because there's a few parts which aren't as smooth as the rest, and obviously the goal is to make the car and the bodywork as smooth as possible so the paint and primer can stick. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go a bit harder with the sandpaper, and just try and just try and focus on all of these areas on this side and make the whole entire thing really smooth. Then after that, I'm going to wipe the whole car down, mask up the car, and I'll probably get this whole side of the car primered. And then what I'll do the next day is pull the car in the other side and repeat the process. So I'm probably gonna have to end up taking off this spoiler when the car's ready for primer, just because I'm gonna have to get underneath, and it's also gonna be pretty hard to, you know, paint properly under there. So I'm gonna have to take this off, maybe not today, but we'll see if I have time. With the badges, I'm obviously gonna have to take the badges off, but like for some reason these are just really easy to take off. Like, what the hell? Look, I'm not gonna put these back on, so as if it was that easy to take off. Like, I'm so confused. But that's obviously grot that's gonna come off. Even this, I don't get how it's that easy to take off that badge. I'm not even heating it up, not even using floss, nothing. Alright, well now that the badges are off the car, as easy as that was, I'm just gonna start sanding it down. Hey everyone, so I haven't really filmed in a little bit. I've just been kind of like on a roll and just working, but I've actually put this whole like rear quarter panel in primer at the moment. So I sanded everything down, got it nice and smooth, and just started laying on the primer. Now I've really got to do a bit better of my what's it called, my prep work, because as you can see, this is just a joke. So I've been kind of scared to go up close and around here, so I've just got some trash bags over there. So I'm going to try and like obviously make my prep work a little bit better, and yeah, just go over everything again. So yeah, it looks pretty good just having this part in primer, so it kind of gives me an idea of what the rest of the car is going to look like. I did kind of stuff up in one part where there's a bit of runs, so as you can see here, it's kind of like just running down, so I've got to send that back after this. But yeah, I'm just gonna try and make the prep work a bit better and see if I can do some more work. so it turns out I literally only had enough primer just for this back corner here. So I'm gonna have to order some more primer in before I do the rest of the car. But yeah, it did actually take a bit longer than I expected. But yeah, I've managed to do this whole top part here and this whole back half as well. And I did a little bit better with the prep work just to make sure I didn't get any overspray. So I'm definitely gonna use garbage bags from now on. But yeah. So I'm going to leave the video there because I ran out of primer and my GoPro's about to die as well. And yeah guys, I know I didn't film me like doing that much work in this video, but I'll try to film a lot more for the next video. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with the progress I made today. Definitely this is going to take a lot longer than I thought, since one can just did this whole back part. So yeah, I'm going to order a lot more paint, a lot more primer. And yeah, hopefully over the next coming weeks this car should really be completely transformed. I know you guys want a lot more S15 content, and I do as well. Like I want to make a lot more S15 content. The only thing is, just with this lockdown, I'm just so scared to take this car out. I know I said it before, but it's just, I don't know, it's really next level. If you guys aren't in New South Wales or in Australia, it's literally a police state right now. You know, even if you're just walking down the street, you can get questioned as to where you're going. There's like $5,000 fines going around for like not wearing a mask, or if you're not going where you need to be, or not essential, stuff like that. Like driving around in an S15 during this time, it's just gonna bring so much attention to myself, because there's already cops everywhere. Like in my area, there's, you know, police helicopters, you know, circling around every half hour. There's police walking around, there's the army's going around. So it's like, you know, if I'm driving around in an S15, I'm gonna get pulled over straight away. And yeah, it really sucks because that car just makes me so happy, and like, it's honestly depressing that I haven't driven it in 2 months basically. So yeah, I don't know when I'm gonna be able to drive it again. But yeah, honestly, it's killing me not being able to drive it. But once lockdown's over, I've got so many big plans for that car, both, you know, cosmetically and mechanically. So yeah, the Silvia is going to be completely transformed as soon as lockdown's over. Literally, I just have to wait because I can't take the car anywhere or do anything to it in lockdown, because everything that I need to get done to that car, I can't really do myself. So yeah, I'm just waiting for that to end. Don't worry guys, as soon as the lockdown's over, stay tuned for some cracker content on the S15. But for the meantime, we're gonna make this daily, you know, as good as it can be. But yeah, GoPro's literally about to die, so I'm gonna end the video here. If you guys enjoyed and want to see more of this, let me know down below. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, all of that for more, and I'll see you guys next time on That Car Life.